Good day, everyone. Today, I will be discussing hemoglobin and its role in gas transport. Let us first define gas transport. It is also known as the terms ventilation or gas exchange. It involves the movement of gas by convection or bulk flow through the conducting airways and then by molecular diffusion into the alveoli and pulmonary capillaries. It also refers to the movement of oxygen from the lungs to the bloodstream. At the same time, the passing of carbon dioxide from the blood to the lungs. This happens in the lungs between the alveoli and the network of tiny blood vessels called capillaries, which are located in the walls of the alveoli. Now let us define hemoglobin. It is a smooth disc-shaped oxygen-carrying protein found in red blood cells. It contains iron, which allows it to transport oxygen from the lungs to different tissues in the body. It also carries carbon dioxide from different tissues to the lungs. And it also gives blood its distinctive color due to when it combines with oxygen, giving it its red color. Now let us define oxygen, which is a colorless, odorless, and tasteless gas is essential to living organisms. It is a gaseous chemical element which constitutes 21% by volume of air in the planet, where it is the most plentiful element. Now, the role of hemoglobin in gas transport is for carrying oxygen in the blood. The protein hemoglobin is considered to be a tetrameric protein, meaning it contains four subunits. Now, each subunit of hemoglobin carries one oxygen molecule. Now, its main role in gas transport is the loading of hemoglobin in the lungs. The loading of hemoglobin refers to the binding of oxygen to each of the four hemoglobin subunits. With each oxygen molecule that binds, hemoglobin undergoes a conformational change, which, in other words, hemoglobin changes its shape with the accumulation of each oxygen molecule. After the first oxygen binds, the conformational change makes it easier for subsequent binding to occur. Now, uh, as we know, oxygen enters the blood plasma as free molecules before entering a red blood cell and binding to hemoglobin. Now, approximately 98.5% of available oxygen travels through the blood as a bound constituent of hemoglobin. The other portion remains dissolved in the plasma. Lastly, gas transport of oxygen involves diffusion of oxygen from the lungs to the blood plasma, movement of free oxygen from the blood plasma into red blood cells, then binding of oxygen to hemoglobin, and shuttling of oxygen through the blood, and lastly, offloading oxygen for delivery to different cells and tissues which require oxygen through the bloodstream. So that is all for the role of hemoglobin in gas transport. Thank you.